Visual inspection for visual defects, for example dents, surface finish.
Hello everyone. Today we'll be looking into the process of fitter practical sessions to inspect for visual defects such as dents and surface finish.
Topics. Objectives. At the end of this exercise you shall be able to visual identification of defects on various metal sections. Safety precautions in fitting. Demonstration activities. Shop talk with safety. Safety attitude development of the trainee by educating them to use personal protective equipment. Identify personal protective devices. Interpret the different types of personal protective devices. Eye protection. Safety glasses. Foot protection. Safety shoes. Dust and fumes. Respirators. Hands safety. Gloves. Head safety. Helmet. Hearing protection. Earplugs. Clothing. Safety jacket. Prevent from falling. Safety harness. Objectives. At the end of this exercise you shall be able to visual identification of defects on various metal sections. Part 1. Identification of defects. Wavy edges. Type of defect. Fibers at the edges are longer than fibers at the center. Cause of defect. Result from concave roll bending and elastic deformation. Corrective action. Hydraulic jacks are used, which control the elastic deformation of the rolls according to the requirement. Small diameter rolls are used. Edge cracks. Type of defect. Various cracks and metal cutted pieces at the edge of the metal sheet. Cause of defect. Secondary tensile stresses induced at the workpiece surface by inhomogeneous deformation. Corrective action. Roller leveling or stretch leveling under tension using edge rolls. Center cracks. Type of defect. Small uniform cracks in the middle of the metal sheet. Cause of defect occurs due to high tensile stress. Corrective action. Cambering of rolls can prevent such defects. Alligatoring. Type of defect. Separation of the layer giving rise to the opening of the slab which looks like an alligator mouth in the opening position. Cause of defect. Due to the non-homogeneous flow of material occurring at the center, metallurgical weakness in the metal, due to the presence of inclusion along the center line of the slab. Corrective action. Cambering of rolls can prevent such defects. Surface defect. Cause of defect. This type of defect is caused due to issues in casting or casting die. Corrective action. Proper casting and checking the die for proper finish. Inclusion. Inclusion defects of castings are defects such as slag of oxides and other substances generated in the Ludlay by the reaction and sand of molds and the cores that flake away and are included in molten metal, flowing into products and up pairing on the surfaces of parts as non-metallic inclusions. Blister. During injection molding, air can become entrapped within the mold part causing a blister to form on the part surface. This often occurs where two-flow fronts meet because of variation in part wall thickness or geometry. Pits. Pitting presents as random smooth depressions or shallow pits in the casting. This defect indicates that oxygen reacted with the chrome in metal. This reaction is more prevalent with certain metals. Embedded scale. Various types of surface defects, scale defects, result especially from the deformation and breakage of scale. This paper describes the formation behavior of scale on ordinary cracks. Hydrogen cracking may also be called cold cracking or delayed cracking. The principal distinguishing feature of this type of crack is that it occurs in ferritic steels, most often immediately on welding or a short time after welding. Sliver. Some of the defects in steel products include quench cracks, roll marks, overlaps, oxide scales, and pinchers. Scab. Scab is sand casting defect caused due to improper ramming of molding sand. Scab refers to the rough, thin layer of a metal protruding above the casting surface on top of a thin layer of sand. Kindly note the nature of the defects of the material in the following table and get it checked by your instructor. The nature of the defect can be classified into two major types. 1. Dents, rolling defects. 2. Surface finish, casting defects. Recap. Safety precautions in fitting.
Now you have learned to visually identify the defects on various metal sections. Hope you had a clear understanding on this technical process. Thank you.